Hello there, welcome back and welcome to another week in my life vlog. This is a park, a community park that I'm at. I came here to do a little open air painting, did a little vlog or started a little vlog. It's, as you can see, it's pretty overcast and the weather, like the big storm clouds are starting to move in. And I really don't want to be stuck out here if it starts lightning and thundering. So heading back now, might come back a little later on this week, towards the beginning of this week. But yeah, it was nice. The clouds have really kept it a little cool. Rain was starting to kind of catch me, and also the park I was at, okay, you get to hear my gripe that the people in my life here, like my IRL life here all the time. It's a public community park, but they make you pay for parking. That, I don't know. That just like gets me. Anyway, but I noticed today that, not today, but I noticed that whenever I drove up that 30 minutes, like the first 30 minutes is free, and it was coming on minute 28 that I had been there, and I was like, nope, no, I'm not paying $2 for 31 minutes of my time. So anyway, decided to stop off at Walmart. It's raining on that side of the city, not raining on this side, although it looks like it kind of will. So I'm going to pop in real quick to get a few things that I'm going to need for the rest, like this week that we're together, but for next week. Y'all know about Walmart sold Cracker Barrel pancake mix. Found the rain. It was literally just right over my apartment complex. So that was a, I would say, semi-successful trip. This week hopefully is going to be a productive one, especially towards the beginning of the week, because towards the end of the week I have to have a colonoscopy. So that's kind of what I went to the store to get, the stuff for the clear liquid diet, which I definitely had a hard time finding stuff. So like much more than I did 2 years ago. I'll explain why in just a second. And then the first part of the week I have to eat what is called a soft foods diet, which to me is just like sort of a normal diet. Like it's just a normal, like low fiber sort of diet. But I don't understand. I've never understood why you need to eat a certain way for like 2 to 3 days, because you're just going to do a cleanse anyway. So like, but anyway, I don't argue with the doctor. So put away the frozen things. I had a difficult time finding things. I found that most of the stuff, especially like most of like the Jello stuff. So like the Jello, I had picked up some High C, some Orange Blast, whatever it was called, the Citrus Blast from the 90s. I was really excited because I hadn't had one of those since the 90s, early 2000s, like, you know, since I was growing up. But whenever I was at the checkout, I looked at the ingredients just to make sure, and it was cut with artificial sweetener. Why so many things? I was there for about an hour because I was reading the back of so many things, and they were cut with some sort of artificial sweetener or stevia, which I know that's not an artificial sweetener, but it gives me the migraines just the same as like sucralose does. But yeah, so tons of things I couldn't get, unfortunately. And then, of course, well, if you've never done a colonoscopy prep before, you can't have anything that's red or blue because those dyes will like show up and like bing to them, I guess, whenever they're doing the actual procedure. So a lot of stuff also had red and blue, which is what I found in the frozen section. So like the popsicles or the ices or whatever, either had those dyes or it had the actual fruit chunks in it, which typically I am all down for. Those are typically the type of popsicles that I love, but can't have that because actual clear liquid diet. Getting back to that, getting productive, I'm going to be making a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch and getting into filming some videos and doing a few household things. And since we're besties, I'm going to show you how I make my grilled cheese sandwiches to be perfection. Obviously, bread of your choice. Cheese of your choice too. I find that the American singles, of course, melt the best. I've never put these on before, so I'm taking a little risk with you, but I'm putting some capers because the banana peppers I was going to put on here taste really bad. So I think they've gone bad somehow. But I do still want a little brininess. Tomatoes that are left over, so I'm going to add that too. Usually I slice the tomatoes, pat them dry, all those sort of things, but I'm just gonna use these. I like to season my grilled cheese as well. So since I have the capers, I'm just going to put just a little bit of pepper. And this mozzarella and Parmesan that I have to finish, kind of get rid of. Other slice of cheese. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you butter your grilled cheese. No, I like to use mayonnaise. So a little mayo, whatever type you have. I'm using Kewpie mayo because that is what I have in the fridge. And this foil is how I make sure that it is all nice and melty. Didn't think this through. Okay, gonna flip it. This side as well. So in a 350 oven, I do this for 15 minutes and I flip about halfway through, just so both sides can be a little brown. Just wrap it up like a little package. Down it goes like that, and I'm literally just going to flip the whole thing. Did a few chores, filmed, edited, and currently uploading a video. Decided to take a little bit of a break. Little flan break. So flan, some peppermint herbal tea, and I'm hoping to finish the Obsession today. Like during this whole eating flan, drinking tea process, I've been reading this on and off for a while, and I only have this much left, so hopefully I get it done today. I'm in a New York state of mind. Finished the Obsession. It was really good. Both characters were like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but yeah, super good. To finish some chores for the evening, do some work for the channel. I ate some pizza, and now I am all ready for bed. I'm going to let my hair dry a little bit more. Ooh, that was just, let's see, with the thunder, when it's gonna come. Nope, no thunder. That was just a huge bolt of lightning. So it is storming outside, or it's going to storm outside. Lately, we've been getting some storms rolling in around like 8 p.m., which I am not a fan of. I know that a lot of people would be like, but you're at home, you're in bed, like you don't have to go anywhere. And while that's true, I like to see the storms coming in, and not in a like, oh, I'm fascinated, but just like, I want to see what's happening outside. So I hate whenever it's just like, even storms like this, or especially like hurricanes, when they come at night, don't like those. Hopefully, cross fingers, I'll be able to sleep with my CPAP tonight, because if it's storming outside, I'm not putting that on until the storm stops. So I'll just kind of stay up a little while, wait for the weather to pass, and watch a little TV, and I will see you tomorrow. Good afternoon. I totally forgot that I was vlogging this week for like pretty much the whole morning until I was driving over to work. It was a half and half morning today. So I did a lot of things. I did the normal, like ate breakfast, lunch, did some laundry, cleaned the kitchen, edited a video, uploaded that, did a whole bunch of things like that. And then I also spent like 2 hours just lying on the couch watching TV. So, yeah, half and half. But anyway, so here I am going into work for this afternoon. When I tell you the heat in that building, and they had the air on, and I mean, I'm no air conditioning specialist, but I think what they do is they don't turn the air on early enough for like the amount of building they have. Because be sure if there is a wedding on Saturday night, it is cranked up, like it is cool in that building. But yeah, was not today. About halfway through the mass, I literally felt like my skin was on fire. It was so hot, I could not concentrate. It's over for the night. I'm going to cool off with a cup of tea. I've moved on from the Obsession, and now I'm reading Maeve Binchie's A Week in Winter. Made some headway today, and so I'm going to sit a little while, cool off, kind of relax before I start my evening with this book. Happy Sunday, back again at work. My little friend decided to tag along with me. So didn't vlog last night because I ate dinner, took a shower, and went to bed. I was in bed by 8:30. It was so nice. Slept through pretty much the entire night. Have a little more energy than I did yesterday, so that's definitely a positive. If you would honor me, honor the least of these, you will not find me dressed in finery. My words rise out to be heard. All that is hidden will be made clear. All that is dark now will JoJo update. She unfortunately has feline asthma, but it's okay. She got a shot and she looks very much like she doesn't want to be held anymore. But she seems to be doing much better. Say hello, baby. Hello and welcome to Monday. So yesterday, I don't think I recorded past giving you the Josephine update. Ate lunch and we watched 9 to 5, which I never saw before, which is quite a shock to me because of all three of the women who were the stars of that film. It was really good and that was pretty much it. Came home and kind of a repeat of Saturday, ate dinner, took a shower, went to bed. And tomorrow should be fairly busy because starting Wednesday, I'm going to be pretty much out of commission as far as leaving the house is concerned because that is when I start my prep. Yay, I have some errands to run this morning. Really don't want to go and run them. I feel like a lot of anxiety right now. I don't know if it's because that the colonoscopy is a few days away or what it is, but I just woke up feeling so forcing myself to get out of the house. I was getting really overwhelmed, so I did what I do every time I get overwhelmed. I made a to-do list, and since it is a lot of stuff, I decided to put it on a huge sheet of paper so that whenever I was done, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's not that much to do. It doesn't even take up half the paper. So doing some life things first, and then whenever I get back from doing some of those life things, I will definitely start on my social and content list. And I'm back. Those errands did go fairly well. There was a lot of traffic, a little bit of rain, but that's okay. I am back home. I have French fries in the oven, so that is the timer going off for them. But before I go and take them out and make a sandwich, get all of that started, wanted to show you the flowers that I worked on. If you know me or you know my art, these are not extraordinary flowers or anything new, but I am doing a short. I was just going to do one standalone short this week, well, the week after you see this. But anyway, so I was going to do one standalone short, but I decided to just do 3 instead because the way that I did these flowers, it's a short to show how I do my little cartoon sketch of flowers. So these flowers are one type, this is another type, and this is another type. If you haven't seen those tutorials and you are interested, I will leave them in the comments down below. Last day that I can eat not actual food, but a quote-unquote normal diet. Starting tomorrow, I need to do a soft food or low residue, low fiber diet. I'm reading it, and that's a lot of foods that are allowed, but there are a few things that I thought were going to be allowed, so I bought them so that I could eat, one of which being lunch meat, and for whatever reason, lunch meat is not allowed, so I have this turkey that I need to finish off. I'm also not allowed to eat produce or anything that hasn't been pretty much cooked down to the most it can be cooked down. A few other things to spend today pretty much eating through all of that. The time that I can start eating a normal diet again, those things won't be good anymore. Look at that, an actual productive day that I had. So did about half of the stuff on the life portion of my checklist and only 2 items on the content creation side, but that's okay. I'll get the rest hopefully done tomorrow and the rest of the life stuff done tomorrow. Pretty much what I spent doing today, just the stuff on my checklist. I also watched the first episode of season 2 of Just Like That. Is that what it's called? Just Like That and Just Like That? And I don't know, it was just kind of mid. I mean, of course, I love the characters, or the old characters. I love the old characters. So I will continue on with season 2. But yeah, if you've watched it at any point, obviously please don't spoil it, but let me know in the comments what you think about the Sex and the City reboot. I'm going to do a little reading. I say that, I'm not going to do a little reading. I'm going to watch some more TV. But after that, I'm just going to head off to bed, so I will see you in the morning. Happy, what day is it? Tuesday? I think, yes. Happy Tuesday. So this morning did some household chores. As you saw, I was washing my CPAP. A little bit of an update on that. I don't know. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. 2. Yeah, 2. It's been time, man. It's been about 2 weeks since I originally got my CPAP, and the first week I was like, yes, 100%. I had like burst of energy, everything was good, and now it's kind of like, meh. Now, I do have other things going on, like with my health, so it could totally be separate from sleeping with the CPAP. Yeah, so I don't really know. I'm not giving up on it, but did just want to give you that little bit of an update if you were here for the last vlog. If you were not, I will link it down below and in the corner for you. It is the afternoon now. I had a bit of a slow morning, which you know I love, except, so we got an email last week saying that we're going to be doing a mandatory inspection of our sprinkler and alarm systems at 8 a.m. And I thought, how can you do that like at 8 a.m. for the whole, like this is a large complex, so like the whole entire complex. Oh, but they did. It wasn't at 8, it was around 9, but the whole entire complex, because I could hear it echoing. They didn't test our sprinklers, but they tested the fire alarm. So each building has a fire alarm, and then we have the alarm speaker system inside of our bedrooms, or that's where mine is. I don't know if that's where everyone else is. It was the shrillest thing, and it terrified me because 8 o'clock passed, and I was like, oh yeah, well, they're not going to do anything. So I immediately forgot about it. No, friend. They did. They sounded the alarm, and good news, the fire alarm works. So I'm going to spend a little time filming 2 long-form videos today. So the first one that I'm going to do, I'm wearing a Disney shirt because it is Disney-centered, and I have to decide which pair of ears I want to wear. I actually also have to decide what I want to do with these ears. Last summer, I made an ear wall, but didn't really like the look of it. So I don't know, I might get like display frames for them, but they'd have to be like easy enough that I can take them out whenever I actually like go on Disney trips and go to the park. I don't know, I guess I bought these pass holder ones on my last trip, which I absolutely love, but besides the trip, I didn't get to like actually wear them ever again. So I think I will wear these for this video. Ah, no, Mickey's being covered. Perfection. About 25-30 minutes of my life wasted. So the whole concept of the video that I was going to do was that I was going to take the most expensive adventures by Disney, which is the trip around the world, where you go to all the different theme parks and all of these different things. And I was going to price it out and see if I personally could do it for cheaper. And I didn't even get past like day 5 before I realized, no, not only could I not do it cheaper, well, I don't know, I might still be able to do it cheaper, but there are so many things that you can only get if you were like traveling with them. So like you have these speakers coming in from the company that you do not get to get otherwise. And like there's tours that they don't offer to the general public, but you would get with this. So kind of a moot point, because even if you could like go to all the parks, it wouldn't be like comparing an apples to apples sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I might make that sort of video, still just not today. Disney sites seemed to be down. They weren't really cooperating with me to see like how much things cost. Wouldn't let me click on like any of the restaurants or anything. It seems this is a big gripe that I have and I've had for years. The Disney Corporation is such a wealthy company, and yet they can't get like servers to work properly constantly for all of their websites. Like their websites constantly seem to be going down. Like with all of these people you have Disney, you can't figure it out. You can't figure out how to get it a little better. But anyway, so scrapping that idea, or maybe not fully scrapping it, but like putting it on a pegboard. And now I guess I have some errands to run, so I think I'll go and run those, come back after, and then film my book review, because I read 50 books. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I read 50 books so far, and I want to give a breakdown instead of waiting until I've read all the books for the year like I usually do to give a breakdown for. I want to give a breakdown of the top 10 books out of the 50 I've read so far. $5.95, almost $6 for 10 tiny pills. The one that had like 100, I guess if like you have to take that on a normal basis, was $28. I can't believe. Okay, so like, and of course they had the like, what are they called? Store brand, like the store brand, which normally I buy the store brand version of the medicine, but I didn't this time. The store brand was much cheaper. Astro used to make us do a prep where it was you drank magnesium citrate one day and then the next day you did the prep. And that was much cheaper because magnesium citrate is like $1, maybe like $1.25. But I always hated it because it gave me horrible migraines because it always had artificial sweetener in it. But this, he switched to this that we have to take on the first day of prep. We have to take some Dulcolax. And then the next day, whenever it's just like the clear liquid diet, we have to take, you know, like we have to drink the stuff, the gross stuff. I didn't expect it to be that expensive. Oh no, oh no, oh no. School supplies. But they do have planners, which I am all about. I don't like this one. See, last school year I had one that was this size and I just found it way too small to do all of my to-do lists because that's what, at school, what I use my planners for. But this is cute for like everyday life. Maybe next month, because I have absolutely no money now. I am not made for that heat, y'all. Like, at all. In Target, I started feeling like a little bit weak, and which may just be because I'm hungry, but I was getting overheated just from walking from my car to the building and had to get a Coke to kind of like boost my energy, boost my sugar a little bit. And I was like, what? Thinking, why is it so hot? Like, because it doesn't seem hot because there's like a nice balmy breeze. But then I looked it up. It's because it's 112 degrees right now. It's 112 degrees right now. If you have a friend besides me who lives in Louisiana, check on them because we are not doing well. It's time to make dinner. What should I make? I have so many choices. Spiral mac and cheese, thick and creamy mac and cheese, or potatoes. What do I want? And tuna is going to go on the side. So I had salmon and rice for lunch. No seasoning. We're not allowed seasoning on this soft foods diet. So it was good, but just a little bland. So I don't know. Decided on the thick and creamy. And with the tuna, I will also have peach palm applesauce. I hope it's good. I've never had it. So it has apple, peach, and sweet potato in it. No, this ain't it. This ain't it. I will, like, it came in a 4-pack, and of course I will eat them. But definitely it tastes good at first. Apple and peach good, but then you get that kick of sweet potato. Tastes a little strange. Good morning, getting ready to film a few shorts, and I thought I'd give you a little update on yesterday versus today. So yesterday, as far as the soft foods diet, it went really well. The only thing was that I was so hungry the majority of the day. And I think it's because in real life, like in days that I'm not doing this, I'll snack throughout the day. And not that I couldn't snack yesterday because, you know, it's you eat whatever you want, but you have to eat on that list. But the things that I usually snack on, like popcorn, chips, pretzels, fruits, vegetables, all of those things, I was not allowed to eat. That was a mistake. It's not how I usually do that. So I was not allowed to eat those things. So I was starving. And that's why I bought the animal crackers at Target that I did yesterday. I mean, I like animal crackers, period. But, you know, that's why I bought them yesterday because I need an actual mirror. There you go. So that's one of the only things that you're allowed to eat, like one of the only sweets you're allowed to eat, besides like sherbet and things like that. But, you know, that's not really a snacky food. Is either animal crackers or plain vanilla cookies, so like Nilla wafers. But the Nilla wafers were $6 at Target. Quite the shocker. I hardly ever buy Nilla wafers proper. I prefer, I don't know if it's a regional thing or a local thing, but they're called Jack's cookies, and they're usually like $1 or $1.50. And those are so good, and I find so much better than the Nilla wafers. I don't know, they just taste more toasty. But Target doesn't sell those. So, animal crackers it was. So that is my goal today, is just to eat more, because tomorrow is going to be like a proper no food, all liquid sort of diet, a clear liquid diet as they call it. So definitely want to eat as much as I can today, like snack wise, and of course my meals. My meals were really good yesterday. They were, filled with protein, not the most well balanced because I couldn't have any fruits or vegetables. And I did some walking today. This probably won't look good because it's starting. Oh, hey, Mac. Okay. All right, then. This, by the way, is Mac's Studio Fix Concealer. Okay, I was not expecting... Oh, I want to see something. Hold on, real quick. This is how I always test new concealers, to see exactly how good they are. Let's try this first. One of my shoulder surgery scars. Okay, all right. I mean, I can tell that it's still there, but I think it's because I live with it. Okay, not bad. All right. I already did my little walk today to get, the blood pumping in my legs. This is starting day 2 that I'm not on my blood thinners. You got to get off blood thinners to have surgeries and procedures. So I'd be lying if I'd say that I wasn't a little nervous, because, yeah, I'll be off of the blood thinners for about 5 days. So I'm like, but I'm coping. I'm trying to not think about it, and just trying to keep moving. Definitely, I already have to / try to walk, not walk, but get up and move around, walk around the apartment, all of that, every hour and a half ish. So now I'll actually be monitoring it a little more closely, and every hour, on the hour, I'll get up and walk around. So that's pretty much it as far as today, or at least as far as this morning. I have already packed up my CPAP. I have to pack the rest of my things, and then what else? Film those shorts and do a few things for the boys, and then I'll be on the road heading over to my parents' house. And I am here, and now I'm going to unpack, and then I'm going to be making some jello. Not exactly sure how well this whole prep thing over 2 days, or technically 2.5 days, is going to go. I have to take 2 doses of Dulcolax today. Just took the first one about half an hour, and I'm already feeling like I have to throw up. So super sick to my stomach, super nauseated. Hopefully it wasn't that, and it's just the fact that, I was dehydrated just on the walk in, and, the 115 degree heat. So hopefully it is just that, and getting hydrated will make me feel better. Otherwise, I've got a really long road ahead of me. I just needed to eat something. My blood sugar had dropped, and that's why I was feeling so nauseated. I want choice, so I'm making orange jello and lime jello, and one of these I haven't decided just yet. I'm going to do that thing that was on TikTok a while ago, where you make the jello and then you cut it into squares and freeze it, because it puffs it up, or I don't know, it makes it special somehow. So I figured both of those textures would be good. So far today's going really well. I was able to sleep all throughout the night, which was great. Just eating Jello, the Italian ice, drinking a whole bunch of things, as you saw. It's about 3:30, and I am just starting to get really hungry, have a bit of headache, but other than that, pretty okay. Going to take a shower because I want my hair to fully dry before tonight. Yes, it takes that long. And then at 4-ish, I'm going to start drinking that disgusting stuff. And if you've never had a colonoscopy prep before, just imagine this, or at least the ones that I've had in the past that I've had to drink. Take a Sprite, warm it up, room temperature Sprite, okay? Take the carbonation out of it, add a whole bunch of salt and a whole bunch of baking soda. So that lemon limey, really salty taste. And then you're not going to stir it up properly. No, 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 no. You're going to keep it a little chalky, and that is pretty much what what that taste is going to be going down. It's a little after 10 and I'm feeling pretty good, kind of hungry, still have my headache, really tired for the first like 3 to 4 hours after I took the first prep. Was not feeling my best self. Felt so nauseated, just really sick to my stomach. It was not a pretty picture, but feeling okay. Hopefully, cross fingers, I'll be able to get some sleep tonight, set up my CPAP, so like hoping for the best. And then bright and early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm going to have to do my second round of prep, and that'll pretty much be it. Yeah, I'll see you then. Today's dose went much better than yesterday's dose. Still didn't feel good, but not like, gee, I'm dying, feeling sick, that sort of thing. So really tired, kind of really hungry, really just feeling drained. I had to stop eating and drinking anything around 9 a.m. So it's a little after 11. We're going to be heading out soon to go to that procedure. Back home, everything went well. Thankfully, there were no signs of cancers, no polyps, anything like that. They did find something, and I know it's like ironic because we just went on this prep journey together for the colonoscopy, but don't really feel like talking about what they found. But nothing too serious, so that is not bad. I am tired. The anesthesia still kind of in me. Going to just kind of rest, take off these EKG ports. It's been a few hours since I've got home and just realized that they left them on me, which, that's normal. So I'm going to peel these off. Just going to call it an early night. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me and spending the entire week with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you real soon.